Hello and welcome, Silrace here with Black Desert Online, and this is about, well, I guess advanced technique of hiring workers. This is how I am doing it right now. So you can have your workers take a promotion test. Once they reach level 10, then again at level 20, and then again at level 30. So essentially, if they fail the first one, there is, well, still possibility that they might, succeed on the second or the third try. However, eventually we want artisan workers, these guys. Like, look at those stats as an example. This guy has same work speed, well, it actually has better work speed than a professional human, while being a giant, and has double the stamina. Well, not double, but almost double the stamina. And they are almost equal level. This is level 15, this is level 16. So yeah, artisan guy does cost 90,000 silver to recruit. So when you open the recruitment window, have 90,000 silver ready when that artisan pops. However, this is about getting many of these guys. So what I recommend right now, after having done quite a bit of math on the promotion stuff, how much I lose actually doing promotions, and so forth. I have done 6 promotions now, and I have failed every single one of those. One was on this yellow guy once he reached level 10. 4 others were on blue people, and one was on a green, just to try it out. And every single one of those has failed. That is not a big sample size, maybe I just got really unlucky, but something for you to take out of there. I failed every single one. The thing is though, I want these guys, rather than, all this crap. So I am rotating out workers. Firstly, when you go into take the promotion test, that worker is out for 24 hours. Think about that for a little bit. It means you are down 1 worker for an entire day. And then you next day probably send another worker to do a promotion test. And if they fail that test, you essentially wasted 24 hours of their work time, which they could have been, gathering potatoes at least or something, for no gain at all to you. I personally think that is an utter waste of time and resources, because all of those 24 hours, those guys could have been gathering resources. Think of the fact that I have done this 6 times now. 6 times 24, 144 hours. 1 worker has been out of action. Right? So, yeah. Anyway, that's my opinion and feeling on it. So what am I doing right now to remedy the issue? I am using alts. Well, in this case, I am on my Valkyrie here, but I am using other characters parked at the work supervisors, where I wanna hire workers. And then I do this kind of stuff. You see this worker who has completely depleted stamina bar? I am not going to refill this stamina bar. I am going to fire this guy. It costs you 1,000 silver to hire a green worker. It costs you 10,000 silver to hire a blue worker. The thing is, if we, for example, let's talk about green worker quickly. You can sell beer in the auction house, 1 beer, for more than it costs for you to hire that green worker. And that green worker probably has, if it's human, it has about 17 stamina, 15 stamina, something along those lines. So it can do quite a bit of work, let you that stamina bar deplete entirely, then fire it and hire a new one in its place. Firstly, you are saving money on beer for your more useful workers, such as this guy and this guy in my case. I'm using my beer on them, not on all these other dudes. it saves not promoting them means that they are working all the time for you. They are not in promotion tests, eating time there. And also, it means you are rotating out workers trying to get these guys. Because if you can buy this guy for 90,000 silver, instead of spending all of that time, you know, leveling it up, hoping it succeeds the promotion tests, and when it fails, it's like, okay, whatever. Simply because this guy is so much better than the others. It's like, there is even no question. Okay, let's compare level 13 human, blue human, to level 15 yellow human. Look at the work speed and the stamina and the luck numbers. 78, 18.50, 18, and 20 max stamina. To these numbers, 58, 17, so one less luck, but work speed difference by 20. Work speed difference 20. Stamina, well, couple points lower, max stamina, but 20 work speed difference. This guy is a giant. They are supposed to be the slowest workers, and this guy has, you know, higher work speed than the professional human. So yeah, there is no question which you want. Obviously, every time you want to take a peek here into the contract worker thing, it eats energy. And that means you are wasting valuable energy you could be using for other things. Which is why I am mostly doing it with various alternate characters, not with my Valkyrie. You want quite a bit of energy to try to go through the worker list, and I highly recommend having one extra lodging in every city you are, you know, recruiting workers in. Spend that one contribution point in some house where you can get like a lodging for it. So you have like, you know, one worker who is already working, and you have space to hire another worker, where you can then fire the previous worker and replace it with this guy. And, you know, keep that going. You know, keep this cycle of like depleting their energy bar, their stamina bar, energy bar, stamina bar, and hiring a new one and depleting that. You say, like I said, you save many thousands of silver in beer, and well, you can even make that money by actually selling the beer if you are so inclined. Overall, this is, like I mentioned, this is long-term plans. Long-term, I want good workers. I don't really give a damn about spending all that time in promotion tests with bad workers. Because after doing the math, how many potatoes and stuff, other things, do I lose by having that worker spending 24 hours in a promotion test instead of working for 24 hours? Even if we got some hours out of that, like let's say I was offline and work stopped, even if we got like 8 hours out of that, how many things do I still lose? A lot of things. So yeah. So, go to your work supervisor, wrong dude, work supervisor, and contract a worker. Skilled goblin worker. Well, yeah, sure, I'll take you. You cost me 10,000 silver. If I don't spend any beer on you, I probably save that money. Very little stamina, lots of work speed. This is one reason why I don't like goblins very much. I prefer humans. But I'm going to hire this guy, and then I'm gonna deplete his stamina bar, and then I'm gonna kick him out and hire another one, and eventually I will, you know, be able to have these kind of guys all over the place. I might settle with professionals and artisans, but everything less is gone. And one reason why I suggest having quite a bit of energy before you do this hiring is that pick the first blue person you find, but if you are on the last, you know, tries, if you are like, let's say, down to 15 energy, you have 3 tries left, pick the next green guy you get. Doesn't matter who it is, what it is. Green is so much better than white worker, it's not even funny. that simply by that point don't gamble onto the last try and simply pick the next green guy. Or even if it feels to you that you are not gonna get a better one, just grab that green, alright? Then deplete the stamina bar, fire it, redo it. Because if you send them to work on things, they probably take long enough time that you have recovered quite a bit of the energy by the time the, well, stamina bar is gone. Thank you very, very much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Hopefully, well, if you wanna be this kind of a mad work supervisor that I am, well, you are not good enough. I fire you after I have, given you this temporary job you now have. When your energy levels are down and I'm supposed to feed you, that's when I kick you out. If you are feeling like this, then yeah, give this method a try. See how far you can get and how much fun it can be. But otherwise, though, yeah, just remember it's a game, people. Don't take that into heart with, real life work real life work ethics and stuff. So yeah, thank you very, very much for watching.